Predicting the outcome of a hypothetical war between Greece and Turkey is indeed a complex and delicate matter. Several factors would come into play, each having the potential to influence the outcome of such conflict. While it's essential to avoid indulging in speculative scenarios, it is possible to explore some of the key considerations that might shape the conflict's dynamics. Turkey has a larger military both in terms of personnel and equipment. It boasts a sizable standing army, a formidable air force, and a formidable naval presence in the region. Additionally, Turkey has invested significantly in its defense industry, producing various modern military technologies domestically. On the other hand, Greece possesses a capable and well-trained military with a strong focus on its air and naval forces. The Greek Air Force is known for its skilled pilots and advanced aircraft. In a potential conflict, both countries would likely employ different strategies tailored to their strengths and weaknesses. Turkey might emphasize its numerical advantage and aim for a more offensive approach, seeking to quickly gain ground and establish dominance. Greece, with a focus on defense and naval superiority, could try to exploit its terrain and the advantageous position of its islands in the Aegean Sea. Number 2. Geographical considerations. The geography of the conflict zone, including the Aegean Sea and the mountainous terrain in certain regions, would heavily influence military operations. The Aegean Sea could be a contested area given its strategic importance for both naval and air operations. The Greek islands in the region might serve as critical military outposts, providing bases for defense and offense. Mountainous terrain in northern Greece and southern Turkey could present challenges for ground forces, potentially slowing down advances and making large-scale military operations more difficult. It might lead to more prolonged engagements and guerrilla-style tactics. Number 3. International involvement. The involvement of other countries and international organizations would undoubtedly impact the conflict's dynamics. Both Greece and Turkey have important allies and partners globally. Turkey is a member of NATO, and while Greece is also a NATO member, tensions between the two countries might create divisions within the alliance. Other regional powers, such as Russia, may also be closely monitoring the situation due to their interest in the East Mediterranean. International pressure, sanctions, and diplomatic efforts could intensify to prevent the conflict from escalating further. The United Nations and other organizations would likely be active in seeking peaceful resolutions and facilitating negotiations. Number 4. Economic and humanitarian consequences. Any military conflict between Greece and Turkey would have severe economic repercussions for both countries and the border region. It could disrupt trade, tourism, and energy routes, affecting economies far beyond their borders. Additionally, large-scale hostilities would undoubtedly lead to civilian casualties, humanitarian crises, and waves of refugees fleeing the conflict zones. Number 5. Escalation and de-escalation. It's essential to note that armed conflict can be unpredictable, and there's always a risk of escalation. A localized incident or a miscalculation on the battlefield could potentially escalate the conflict into a border war with far-reaching consequences. Both countries and in the international community would likely seek ways to prevent the situation from spiraling out of control. In conclusion, the outcome of a hypothetical war between Greece and Turkey is uncertain, and it is essential to reiterate that peace and diplomacy should always be the primary focus in resolving any disputes. War is a tragic event with devastating consequences. Full involved and efforts to find peaceful resolutions and maintain stability should be the utmost priority for the international community. Hello, it's me again. I'm here to tell you that I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. If you can, please like and subscribe, and you can leave a comment down below so you can help me improve, because making these videos is pretty hard. Bye bye.